EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
All day, every day, any day. Check 15, check 15.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. But they said they wanted to have some explosive runs. How about that one to start the game?
And I would say on the defensive sideline, there's a lot to answer for. Because you spend all week saying, stop the run. I don't care who you're playing. You don't want to get run over. You don't want to get run past. And they have both. Over-committing in the secondary, and he just went stepping past them and is still running, essentially.
One play, and he hits pay dirt. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 22. And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Great 57.
Wentz now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And to give this time to the tailback. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
56, Mike, 59, 59, 56. You're trash, you're trash.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. This is caught by Jackson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
54 is Mike. Check it. 54. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Good job.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. On first down, Eason, he finds Taylor, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Well, he's into the clear. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
That's the way you make it spear, baby.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Check 43. He's coming. Look, squeeze.
Operating from the gun, Eason. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try pressure advantage. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
Here we go.
On first down, Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. Oh, a nice spin. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 43.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Straight 15, straight 15.
To throw is Wentz. Right side caught by Jackson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard. Loss really sets him back now for second down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Wentz going to throw. There goes a deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon, so that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Eason. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Sanders. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Echo. 56 to Mike, 56. Check 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 2nd down and 4. Wentz. Open man here is Scott, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Done. 40. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, rip on 2. Out here. Right there. 54.
Wentz. And that is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 99. Check 99. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Hard. Hard. Hot, hot. Ready, ready.
Off the play fake. Eason. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set up. 8, read. 54. Smooth. Jim. Rock it. Jim. Yo, go. Pumps up the helmet. Here we go. Snap.
On 1st and 10, Eason trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15 and all the way down to the 12. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Yep. 51 for Mike. Check back. Greystone, Travis.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 3rd down.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check. He's checking.
From the gun, Eason. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Eason. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Go. Kill. Protein spill. Switch. Watch the eyes. Check. Crunch.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun, Eason. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
57. Hey, Charlie.
56, Mike, 56.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the 29, Wentz. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 56. You got nothing to win. This 5-7.
Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Coleman now. Oh, nice move at midfield. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. So that one will be accepted. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
74. Mike 5-4. Hey, we're good.
Here's Wentz to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
46 down, man. 5-4. Watch the screen. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert goal.
Now Wentz. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing is Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers.
A 43-yard attempt.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at its 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Squeeze. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They will run again with Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Set, go.
Back to throw. Eason. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Go. 30 base. Stand. Sponge. General West. No. Check. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Leo. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Eason. Man open. It's Goodwin. 22 yards on the catch and run. A 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Switch. 80 weapons. Go. Fight.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 27 yards there, a 1st down. It's Coleman here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Operating from the gun, Eason.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz bringing it in. Jackson left side.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check 26, check 26.
Going for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a 1st down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They're scared. Kill.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Outlaw. Watch 54. Look at me. Go.
I smell fear in that offense.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On first down, Eason, he's going to launch this thing. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
This is Coleman. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go. 60 or. Hey, Sam Recon, 132 fighter.
Let's bring it. Shoot.
Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Eason nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll go again with Sanders. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
56. Check 56.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Wentz now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz got an open man. It's Scott. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Wentz again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Sunday.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, high 7. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Again, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the 1st.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Miles Sanders. Touchdown, Eagles.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Switch it. 61, matchbox, lights. Lucky. Begin. Hard. Now.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason. He finds McKinnon, complete. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Watch the twist. Slam. No. Hey, lock it. Kill. Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coach is screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Who's off Orca? Hey, Alpha. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Jenkins, the strong safety, swoops in for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Check 43.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on. As there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. D Ford. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? Mike 54. Hey, Sam up. He's coming.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Let's go.
And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Q26, Q26.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down.
Today,